Hi, I'm Kylie, Customer Relationship Marketing Specialist at Lulaland. Whew, that was a mouthful. But this video won't be. I'm going to be talking about some basic marketing principles that you can use to grow and promote your business. Marketing's not a one-size-fits-all situation. What works for one business might not really work for another one. And where you're at in your own journey also makes a difference. You might not have even thought about this stuff before, or have anyone in a specific marketing role to tackle these kind of things. Or you might already be running your own ad campaigns on Facebook. Whether your budget is zero or has a bunch of zeros at the end of it, often the principles are the same. I'm going to share some basic principles and techniques that you can use or anyone can use to market their business. The first one is it's not about you. And that really means that we're going to look at the center of your universe, your customer. Ask yourself, who are they? Where do they go online? What do they read? What do they watch? What does your business really solve for them? You might know some of these things from just the experience that you've built up over the years already, but there's nothing better than to back it up with some facts. And when I say facts, I'm really talking about data. If you have access to analytics tools like on Google or social media, use them. Go through any data that you can get your hands on your existing customers and try to identify any trends or challenges that you don't yet know about them. Maybe you can fill in the missing gaps with some surveys or some good old-fashioned one-on-ones. The second tip I'm going to give you is to do some soul searching. I know that sounds a little deep, but what I'm really talking about is kind of your brand identity. Now, you might have already kind of got an idea of what your brand stands for. Maybe you're still feeling it out. But, if your cousin Jerry put your logo together with a bit of clip art in his garage, I'm just saying it might be time for a bit of a do-over. Now, larger businesses and brands will spend millions and millions of rands kind of creatively executing and defining the look and feel of their brand. But you're a small to medium business, right? You're not Rockefeller. So I think it's really important to just start small and simple. And go back to my first point, it's all about your customers. Does your imaging, your style, your color, does it really resonate with your audience and your potential customers? That's the kind of question you've got to ask yourself. And finding someone to, put a bit of spit and polish on what you've already got or to kind of give you a new perspective doesn't have to be an expensive exercise. Nowadays, there are platforms like Fiverr online where you can go and look at designer portfolios and find one that you feel has the similar style and budget to what you've got to work with. And you could even go back to some basic business 101 principles. What better place to look than your very own community? Reach out to your Facebook community, ask if anyone's willing to help you out, or look and speak to other businesses who you think have really cool, impressive designs. Maybe there's a way that you can kind of do a trade exchange with them. How about, supplying them with coffee beans for a year in exchange for doing your website design? You're a business owner, you know how to hustle. The other thing to think about is your competitors. Know thy competitor. Now, before I go on any further, I want to say for the record that I don't always think it's very helpful to get obsessed with what your competitors are doing. That's a rabbit hole that you can go all the way down into a 3 a.m. stalk on blogs, customer reviews, and tweets from all your competitors out there. No one wants to do that, trust me. But it is important to know what's out there, how your product or service can offer something different. This gives you the opportunity to further flesh out how you want to position yourself in the market, what your current strategy is, how can you really capture the market in a way that adds real value and doesn't compete with the other players. Another really important thing to think about, or strategy to apply to your marketing, is to take the guesswork out. Be targeted. Once you have some kind of information about the kind of person who could potentially be your customer, you can be way more targeted in how you approach them. Think about the times that you've seen a product or service that makes you go, maybe I really do need that. Effective marketing has a lot of thought that goes behind how and who it gets served to. This means that you also keep your spend really lean and effective. And It means you've got a higher chance of reaching someone who's genuinely interested in the product or service that you have to offer. I think good marketing is really about meeting your customer where they're at, placing your business front and center for people who have a genuine need for what you have to offer. In the next video, I'm going to really dive into the world of social media, which may intimidate you a little bit, but really, it's not that intense. I'm going to give you some easy tools and techniques that even the most novice tweeter, Instagrammer, or Facebooker can use to start building a community and reaching the right people with your product.